fake deep, take off the fake woke.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the ground, this is the former Viking, Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelsey. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
On first down, McKinnon again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing now is Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They run once more with McKinnon. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. So after the run by McKinnon, here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. McKinnon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now here's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done, and on the opening drive of the game.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
They run again on first down. Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Cook again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Cousins on first down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Three yards remain for second down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down. Play fake, Cousins. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
To throw again on second down. Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And oh, he coughed it up. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Second down, McKinnon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Mahomes firing complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
Mahomes now on first down. Screen play, McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and, boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First down. Here's Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. On play action, Cousins. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Throwing, Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson from a yard out. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdes-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle there by Lewis Cine.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun. That's right. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be caught by Tony. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Handoff, it's McKinnon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. He finds McKinnon complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 43. 12 yards there as they move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
2nd down and 5.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Guys, ready to get it on right now? I got you, baby. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Let's go. Oh, wait. No, play a little aggressive, baby. It's all like popcorn. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. That's right. That's right.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Well, now how about this return? And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. Now Cousins. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
It's showtime, baby. Let's go do this thing, baby.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins to throw it.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
On 1st down, Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Off the play fake, Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Play action now, Cousins.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
23 yards for Dalvin Cook. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive in the second half. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
59 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
They go play action. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
3rd and short, McKinnon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's complete downfield to James.
20! A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Touchdown! Jody Fortson from 6 yards away, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
L'Jarius Sneed up to make the play defensively.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now. Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down. Throwing is Cousins.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have a Vikings first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line.
Jalen Watson dropped him defensively.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds McKinnon, complete. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
One thing I do know that offensive linemen like, they like a guy who's carrying the ball that will take what is blocked. not try and create a big play and maybe take a loss, not try and go where the blocking isn't. But if it's just all that's there and you just put your head and your shoulders down and get that, you get the respect of the big guys up front.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes, and it's incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here again is McKinnon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
83 yards on the ground now for McKinnon. He's got a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On first down now, run with McKinnon.
The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They go draw play to McKinnon. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Let's go, baby. Big plays, y'all. Big plays. Let's go home, boy. Let's go, y'all. Hold up, baby. Go get him, now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Vikings head out to take over once again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Cousins.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Cousins again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Cousins to throw it. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Now a give, this is McKinnon. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 111 yards rushing now as he's done it on 22 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And he's got room. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And the ball is knocked out and in for the Chiefs touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Let's go get it. Let's do it. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go. Turn it up. Don't give it up. It's one play at a time, baby. I know you hype. I know you hype. Let's run, baby. Let's be perfect. We got to be big time now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Well, they've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To the air again, it's Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a 1st down. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The end result, 21 yards. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota.
The kick by Joseph is good. And that will narrow this, if that's even the right word, to a 30-point deficit. On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
And now here comes Kansas City.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
They run once more with McKinnon. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
It's taken to the 26. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. This time is run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.